Have you noticed something kind of profound happening on college campuses? There's been this quiet but really powerful shift over the last couple of decades, and it's totally reshaping our future, everything from the workforce to our families. So let's break down what's going on, and more importantly, why it matters to all of us.
Okay, just look at this number, 60%. According to the National Center for Education Statistics, that's how many undergraduate students in the US are now women. Let that sink in for a second. That means for every 2 guys you see walking across campus, there are now 3 women. That's a huge change.
So yeah, this is way more than just a statistic. It's a massive societal shift, and honestly, it's a fascinating puzzle. What's actually behind it? Well, to figure that out, we're going to lean on the incredible work of Dr. Rony Rodas. He's an expert in information technology science and human-computer interactions, so he really knows how to dig into the data and the human stories behind a trend this big. Now, it's super important to get this. This change didn't just happen overnight. Not at all. The data shows it's been a slow and steady reversal, building up for about 20 years. Places that used to be dominated by men now tell a completely different story. And understanding this isn't just some academic thing. It's actually the key to understanding where we're all headed. All right, let's get into the nitty-gritty here. To really solve this puzzle, the research starts with the first big question. What is fueling this incredible surge? Why are so many women not just enrolling in college, but graduating and really succeeding? The research points to this really powerful mix of 4 key drivers. You've got these deep personal aspirations, a drive for independence and leadership. Then there's the clear-headed economic motivations. Women see that a degree is the ticket to a better career. On top of that, there's a growing network of social and structural support, things like mentorship programs. And finally, something really special, intergenerational progress. So many women are the first in their families to go to college, and they're lifting everyone up with them. You know, this quote from the study's findings just nails it. It really captures the heart of this change. For millions of women, higher ed has gone from being, a nice-to-have accessory to an absolutely essential core part of their entire life's plan. But wait, that's only one side of the coin, right? To get the full picture, we have to flip it over and ask the other really tough question. What's going on with men? What factors are leading to this decline in their college enrollment and graduation rates? And again, Dr. Rodas' analysis points to some pretty deep-rooted issues. It often starts way back with academic disengagement in things like reading and writing when they're young. Then you layer on these cultural masculinity norms, where the message can be that real work is physical, not intellectual. That leads a lot of young men toward economic diversions, the trades, where you can get a paycheck right away. And all this is happening in a system that, as the research points out, often has a serious lack of male role models, especially in the younger grades. And when you lay these forces out side by side like this, wow, the picture becomes crystal clear. You can literally see 2 different paths forming. For women, there's a path lit by self-empowerment and social encouragement. For a lot of men, that same path has roadblocks like academic struggles and the powerful lure of a job right out of high school. We're talking about 2 fundamentally different journeys here. So we've dug into the why, but what about the so what? A trend this huge doesn't just stay inside the campus walls. It sends out these massive ripple effects that touch almost every part of our society. And the impact is just enormous. The research shows it's completely reshaping our leadership pipeline. It's causing huge shifts in our workforce and culture. It's redefining what financial autonomy looks like. And yeah, it's even changing our most personal relationship dynamics. Let's actually zoom in on that last one for a second, because it's fascinating. The study talks about something called educational homogeny. Sounds complex, but the idea is simple. People tend to partner up with others who have a similar education level. So as more women get degrees, it's actually changing who people marry, how families are structured, and it might even be making social class divides even wider. So where does all this leave us? The research is really, really clear on this part. The goal isn't to just cheer for one group's success while another falls behind. The whole point is to understand what's happening so we can find a new, better balance for everyone. And this is absolutely the crucial takeaway. This is not a zero-sum game. This isn't men versus women. Real, true equity means we have to keep supporting the incredible progress women are making while also finding new ways to bring men back into the fold and help them succeed too. And what's great is that Dr. Rodas's work doesn't just point out the problem, it gives us a roadmap. For policymakers, it means funding research to find out what really works to engage young men. For educators, it's about innovating in the classroom with different ways of learning. And for all of us in our communities, it's about changing the culture and destigmatizing the idea of needing help in school.
And all of this brings us to the final critical question that this whole thing leaves us with. It's not about turning back the clock. It's about designing a smarter future. So, how can we build an educational system that is flexible, supportive, and dynamic enough so that both men and women can be equipped, encouraged, and empowered to thrive? That's the real challenge ahead for all of us.